Welcome to Hennett Minutes. I'm Greg Hennett, and today's message is Leader-Led Worship. In 2 Chronicles 20, verse 18, King Jehoshaphat led Judah in worship on the eve of a great battle. The Bible says that he bowed himself and worshiped the Lord after hearing the prophecy that had been given, and after this, all Judah worshiped with him. In 2 Samuel 6:14, David led Israel in worship when they were bringing the ark to Jerusalem. David was at the forefront of the parade, singing and dancing with all his might. In Exodus 15:1, Moses led Israel in a wonderful song of thanksgiving and praise to God just after the marvelous Red Sea victory. In Acts 13:1 and 2, we see Paul and the other leaders of the Antioch church holding a leadership meeting and ministering to the Lord. So they were worshiping, and I believe this tells us that they led the whole congregation by their example of worship. What is worship? Worship is any way in which we express the worthship of God. Worship expresses worthship. We may do so audibly in blessing Him and praising Him with praise statements or with songs or with shouts. We may do so bodily or demonstratively by raising our arms or raising our hands or bowing our heads or bowing our entire bodies over or lying prostrate on the floor. In these ways, we express God's awesome, immense, immeasurable worthship. Now, if you lead a church, you're a pastor, or you lead a Bible study, a prayer group, a choir, or any other Christian gathering, let me encourage you to begin your meetings with worship, following the examples we've just talked about here of King Jehoshaphat, David, Moses, and Paul. When you do so, be sure that you lead others in worship in those meetings by your example. Worship God there in front of them all and let them see that you are worshiping, not with self-consciousness, but with abandon and God-consciousness focused on the Lord. Now, to do this, you must be a worshiper yourself. You need to form the habit of worship every day at home when no one is watching you but the eyes of the Lord. Leader-led worship is so valuable. It helps bring God's presence to others who are present in a meeting. Leader-led worship draws non-worshiping Christians to become worshipers themselves. They see your example and they want to follow it. They want to learn what they see is real in you. Leader-led worship creates a spirit-led atmosphere in which Christian ministry naturally succeeds. As you are worshiping the Lord, He releases His initiatives, and the Father naturally blesses them. Leader-led worship pleases our chief leader and shepherd, Jesus, who Himself led His disciples by singing a hymn of worship to the Lord, to the Father, before He went to the cross. Leader-led worship helps prepare God's people, Christ's bride, for heaven, where we will worship God continually, forever and ever. So today, let me encourage you. Watch God respond as you practice leader-led worship.